Back now on IceTime.TV, and I'm joined by Devils head coach Andrew Lord. And Andrew, victorious over two legs, but it certainly didn't look like first versus eighth out there over these last two.
No, it's a great league. You know, it's a deep league. You saw the battle just for teams to make it into the playoffs, and you saw how close that whole group in the middle of the pack in the standings were all season. And you know, it was a dogfight. That's what playoff hockey's all about. You know, there's no longer the days of the 10-1 wins or whatever it was. It's intense. Comes down to a couple plays here and there, and man, did we step up and get the job done. Really proud of the guys.
Tonight's game, where you're going into it with a 2-goal lead, and Coventry really brought the jump early on. What were your thoughts about those two first periods in particular? As it seemed that maybe a few odd-man rushes going against you, and it looked like Coventry made things really difficult?
Yeah, I mean, we have a great opening shift. We hem him in, we have O-zone control, and then we have an F3, and he dives in, and we give up. It was a 2-on-2, and our D-man just didn't read the chip out of the zone correctly, so it turns into a little 2-on-1, and they make a great play. And unfortunately, with where we are now in the process of this organization, goal goes in, and it's a bit chaotic. The building goes dead silent. People are panicking. It flows into the guys a little bit, and our puck management wasn't nearly good enough. We had a few mistakes from forwards not covering for D and vice versa, and you know, still at the end of the day, we generate a ton of scoring chances, all even in the first, even in the second, especially in the third. I thought their goaltender was tremendous, making big saves. I thought at the same time our goaltender didn't have his best night, and we're going to need him here coming this weekend, and I know he's going to bring it. But again, it's going to be a battle. It's no easy ride against any team, and you got to give that team a lot of credit. They have a lot of guys that play 200 feet, that battle hard, that are good on face-offs, that box out, that block shots, and you know, they gave us their best, that's for sure. And I love the way we responded and got the job done when it counted.
What did you say to your team in that period break at the end of the second?
Not much, to be honest. Was pretty fired up at the end of the period, but didn't really relay that to the guys much. And you know, we got an experienced group. We've done this a lot before, obviously. We've won a lot of trophies in here. The guys are winners. They know what it takes. They understand the game of hockey. It's so fast. It's a little black puck on frozen water. Things happen, and you got to keep your composure a little bit. And I thought our leaders really stepped up. I think they talked amongst themselves, and I mean, the way the guys played in the third was unbelievable. It was almost unplayable to sit back and watch that effort, the commitment, the way the guys played together. It was, you know, that's why I do what I do. It's just so enjoyable to see the commitment when a team comes together like that, and all the credit goes to them. They played so hard, and they got the job done.
In the games after the league win, they were not for any points, they were not for any trophies, and you gave a lot of ice time to guys who maybe hadn't got as much down the stretch, particularly Josh Batch, who was rewarded with ice time, and his performances were certainly excellent in those games. You seemed to reward him tonight with further ice time, and he got a huge game-winning goal. Just how proud are you of Josh Batch tonight? Yeah,
I'm very proud, but you know, he's put the work in here, especially as of late. He's stepped up. He's been putting in the extra time. And, you know, I think those couple games with some more ice helped him a little bit. But at the same time, this 2-game here, he's come out and he's played nasty. He's played big. He can skate. He's got a good stick. He's got a great shot. He fits into our game plan well, and when he's playing with that edge and that commitment to how we play as a team, it's a huge part. And he got rewarded, and he got rewarded by playing the right way. And you know, Mizey was a huge part of that as well, and whoever else was jumping in on that line, I thought was helping them throughout. It was a number of different guys, and I think that was a big turning point in the game. I thought that absolutely blew the top off in the building. I thought the fans were unbelievable in the third, and it was definitely a big 100th point.
You move on now to next weekend, the playoff semi-final against the Fife Flyers, who overcome the Manchester Storm tonight. They overturned their deficit. How excited are you to get into that semi-final, and do you have a message for the fan base who are going to be travelling with you to Nottingham next weekend?
Yeah, it's going to be, we know that team all too well, just like everyone else, I guess, at this point of the year, but they got some real firepower. They got an unbelievable goalie. They got some real veteran D that play the right way, that play 200-foot hockey, that can jump up in the play and make our lives difficult. And I'm just excited to get back. It's such an event. I know it's so short and anything can happen, but just great to get back. And I thought the fans were unbelievable in the third period. Honestly, it really spurred the guys on. So thank you so much. They were amazing in Coventry. They were amazing tonight, especially in the third when we needed it. And we're going to need you come Saturday. There's going to be ups and downs in the game. It's there's a lot of, it's not just a one-way street here in this game of hockey. There's going to be ups and downs, and we need you throughout, and I know you're going to bring it.
Andrew, thank you very much for joining us. Best of luck next weekend in Nottingham, and thank you for all your help this week on IceTime.TV.
Thanks, buddy.